All right. Hey, thanks for jumping on to our webinar. I got this quick video for you. So if you are a team leader, independent broker, agent looking to scale, this is for you. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll kind of dive into what I got. I'm going to have you grab a pen real quick. I want to show you a quick three-step formula that's working right now to help agents finally stop guessing and start listing and start closing more business. So I want go ahead and grab a pen real quick. I'll go ahead and count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Imagine this scenario. What if you woke up tomorrow and knew exactly what to do? Your agents knew exactly what to do, what business to get. Their phones was full of deals. Their calendars were full of people who wanted to talk to them, buyers and sellers who wanted to talk to them. What if deals came in every single month, not at random spurts? It was a proven, repeatable system backed by market research. What if it became the agent in your market, was the go-to agent, the celebrity agent, the agent they called first? Sounds like a stretch. I used to think so too, until I started watching it happen over and over and over again. We coach over 3,500 agents across the country, 3,500 agents. And I've watched most of them try to build their business on hustle alone, hard work, right? And I learned something that surprised me. The agents who win aren't the smartest. They're not the loudest. They don't have the biggest budget. They just have one thing you don't have yet: a machine, an acquisition machine. Okay. The best marketer wins. Everybody knows prospecting works if you do it right. And in order to do it right, you have to follow a proven, repeatable system. Okay. In fact, what if you're prospecting right now? You could be prospecting right now and not getting a listing. It probably has nothing to do with how hard you're working. It really doesn't. I know agents who work 60, 70, 80 hours a week and they're not getting the business that they should. It has nothing to do with your brokerage or your headshot or your CRM or your marketing budget, because at the end of the day, it isn't how much you prospect, it's how you prospect. Real estate school made you legal. It never made you skilled, right? License doesn't mean you're actually trained. And there's a formula for doing it right. And if you're a team leader, of course, you want the leads that you pass off to your agents, you want them to be trained right. And if you're a brokerage, of course, you want them to be trained, correctly. Here it is: a conversation machine. The interrupt. Earn the right to the rest of the conversation. Okay. Your sellers are bombarded with more distraction than ever before. We live in the technology age where there's noise every single ding and dong on your phone, right? 9 seconds to live. In the first 9 seconds, you have to grab their attention and sell them on staying in the conversation. A great way to interrupt their pattern is to control their focus. If you what you focus on increases, right? And the fastest way to change someone's focus is to say something they can't ignore. Why? Because it's almost impossible for the brain to ignore it. One of our members opened his calls with these simple 4 words, or 5. I've got offers for you. 5 listings in a single day. And it sets you up for part 2 of the formula, the payoff. The payoff gives them the reason to keep talking to you, to stay into conversation with you. They also need and want to benefit from talking to you. The best student wins. And in order to win, you got to show up, right? And you got to educate. It's not the person who can sell the best. It's the person who can educate and ask the best questions. If you change your questions, you'll change your life. The trick is to make the entire conversation about them. Okay. Talk more about them than you. Talk more about their outcome than your services. Talk more about their timeline than your track record. Your conversation should ultimately be about their desired outcome. It's called forward pacing. You're getting them to the end zone. Show them what their outcome looks like. Then educate them on how to actually get there. That's the payoff for the seller. You're helping them before you actually help them. Then it's time for the ask. Nothing happens until you ask. If you don't know how to ask, you will never receive. It's a simple principle. Ask and you will receive. Knock and the door will be opened. Okay. Seek and you will find. But you have to learn how to ask. Okay. The best asker is the one who wins. Okay. Every conversation should have a purpose, right? What are you actually asking for? Are you booking an appointment? There's always a next step to get their survey filled out, to get the specific follow-up, to sign the listing. I've signed listings on Zoom all day, right? Because I know how to ask. Whatever it is, ask for it. Give a beneficial reason of Why? Why should they do business with you? Warren Buffett says 50% of your success is your ability to clearly articulate your value proposition. So if you do not have a value proposition, then you cannot clearly articulate why someone should do business with you versus somebody else. And a good reason why now, right? So the interrupt, the payoff, and the ask. That's the machine. That's part of the acquisition machine. The one machine. And now that you know what to do, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right now. The inner circle. Okay. This is a 12-month and you get 12 machines. And for every machine, you're going to get 2 to 4 deals from it, right? So the listing presentation, the open house, the last open house we did, we had 27 people walk through the open house. One of our flyers brought in a developer. We're going to get a $1.3 million deal from acquiring the dirt, and we'll probably make over $1 million in commissions, not to mention the build side of things from a flyer, but it was all done strategically. He even laminated our flyer when he showed up. Okay. So your database, that's another one. Your conversation, your conversion, the marketing, right? Marketing job done right should do 90% of the selling. So by the time someone shows up, they should already want to do business with you. Social, becoming the celebrity agent of your market. YouTube is the best. When you stop talking and you stop making money, you don't have a business, you have a job. And branding, becoming the celebrity agent, the attraction, having people coming and saying, hey, I want to do business with you. When we were having our third kid at the hospital, the nurse said, you look really familiar. Oh, I watch your videos. I love your videos, right? AI is like electricity. If you're not using it, you're living in the dark. Okay. This is a game changer. We have AI agents setting our appointments. Okay. Paid traffic, learning how to turn quarters, dimes, and nickels into dollars, and then planning, strategic, knowing your next 5 moves. Okay. How every month works, the why, the permanent reason it works so it sticks for the rest of the career, the exact how, the done for you working right now, scripts, steps, templates, playbook. And it just worked. A real member who ran it like this last month, walking you through how to actually do it. Okay. So it's one thing to say, hey, go do this. It's another thing to actually have done it and have success with it. And you're going to be part of a community of a bunch of people having success with it. So the inner circle, what's inside? 2 live coaching calls every single month, the done for you system vault, right? This is a done with you, done for you, the private community. Collaboration is the new currency. I was going to say connection. It's the same thing. Connection, collaboration is the new currency of agents doing the work, a guaranteed win for your first 30 days, and a mentor in your corner all year round. Inside the vault, life by strategy. If you're not waking up living your life by strategy, there's a way to do this business that's fun, right? And when you're doing high volume, you're like, yeah, I'm making a lot of money, but maybe you don't see your kids. Maybe you're late to dinner. Maybe you're trying to be on vacation in your hotel trying to put deals together. That's not fun. Okay. FISBOs and expired postcards, right? People, you have to know your cash conversion cycle, and it has to be done right. And it has to have the right offer. All of these things, right? I know a guy who spent his last $35,000 on a postcard campaign and did it completely wrong. The seller survey siphon, right? Understanding like how I had a girl named Judy who maybe knew 50 people in her database, sent out this survey, and she only had 600 people total, and she got 4 listings from it. Okay. The open house funnel, I already explained that. And every single system we built all year. This is over $50 million worth of courses sold that we're basically giving to you. Okay. It's stack systems, training, all of that stuff. Okay. I'm going to show you of some of our conversations we had just this last week in the Scottsdale market.
What's kind of the price point you guys are looking for?
Oh, probably 3 to 4.
I've moved it up from about 1.8,
450 with everything.
$3.5 million. Some of the homes are 4 or 5 million. Qualified for 1.2.
Looking from like 750.
buy our house about 1.1 million.
That was just to show you some of the conversations, right? These aren't your $200,000 properties. These are your $3 and $4 million. Yes, we took $3 to $4 million clients from the internet to the closing table. Absolutely game changer. It's turning quarters, dimes, and nickels into dollars, taking strangers, turning them into clients. You should close your grandma. You should close your friends and family. It's all about working with people you don't know. How do you turn those people into raving fans? But here's the thing about our system. You can hand an agent a script and they'll still talk themselves out of using it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it because the systems aren't the hard part. The room is. So we're going to give you the how. Okay. We're putting you in the room where people actually run it live. Okay. The event pass for a full year. All of our events, your event pass is a full year event pass for live events over the next 12 months. Every one of them is a full 2-day workshop that you can fly to Florida, Dallas, Phoenix, wherever we have it. It's 8 days in the room with agents doing the work, right? This is a workshop, right? We used top producers in the country used to pay 10 grand to send their team there, to send their agents there, and they'd be like a trained military sniper. You point them at something and they kill it, right? They're just dynamite. Every event is included, no extra cost for the event, and you can come to one, you can come to all four. It's really your call, okay? That event pass is worth $10,000 and we're giving it to you. Plus all of our virtual events that we do for YouTubers, our ad clinics, our AI clinics, all of those things are included that we're doing virtually as well. I'll leave the video on the page because it's not working. All right. So let's pull the whole thing on the table. Okay. Here's everything you get. The Inner Circle, 12 machines for 12 months, 2 live coaching calls a month, the done for you systems vault, the private community, and the guarantee win in the first 30 days. The room, the event pass, a full year of live events, every event included, no per ticket cost, no room. These are the rooms that you need to be in, period, right? Every time. Well, I'll share that story in a little bit. So let's all add that all up. What this actually is worth: the Inner Circle, 17,500. The full event is 10,000, and the multiple offers AI. Oh, I didn't mention that yet. $28,000, $997,000 in total value. Everything above together for 1 year. Most agents pay for coaching, or they pay for events. Right? You're not choosing. We're giving you both at one price. So what's that number? $197 a month. Yeah, I said it. 197. That's it for coaching and the events, all of it, every single month. Cancel anytime you want. This is a zero risk. I'm literally putting money in your pocket. Okay. And if you move in the next 72 hours, one more thing: multiple offers AI, right? This is a $1,497 value that you'll get. So let me tell you what happened with one of our members, Kyle, which is actually me. Got access to it on a Friday. 48 hours later, then he booked 5 new listings in a single day, and every one of them was on a phone call. Okay. 4 conversations, 5 listings. His whole move was 4 words: I've got offers for you. Okay. That was it. All right. So let me tell you what happened to one of our members. Kyle got access to it on a Friday. 48 hours later, then he booked 5 new listings in a single day, every one of them from a phone call. And that Kyle was actually me, Kyle Kunkel. And it's funny to tell a story about yourself, but it's true. And we now have helped dozens and hundreds of agents actually really do the same thing from this one funnel, right? So 4 conversations, 5 listings. His whole move was 4 words: I've got offers for you, right? It stopped them in their track. Individual results are not typical. Your results will vary, and it'll vary based on your skills. And that's why the event pass is so important, because we're past the point of putting a sign in the yard, putting on the MLS and saying a prayer that somebody else brings the buyer, right? You have to be skilled, and that skill comes from training, right? As iron sharpens iron, right? It talks about getting into the game. Like, you can't just be on the sideline and cheer for your team and be like, yay. Like, you have a jersey and you need to get in the game, and you need to understand how to convert internet leads and turn people you don't know into raving fans. Okay. So zero risk, a full 60-day test drive. I'm going to give you the keys to the Porsche and allow you to drive it. I'm even going to fill up the tank with gas, and you can go wherever you want for as long as you want for the next 60 days. And if you come back and you're like, hey, it's not a good fit for me, I'm going to go ahead, take the keys from you and say, hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the test drive. You can still drive it from time to time. You can still use our event pass, but you can't be a part of the Inner Circle. So the deal is crystal clear: $197 a month, coaching and events together. Cancel anytime, no contracts, no terms, 60 days to get in and install the systems, right? You should install 2 systems within the first 60 days. Now, each system over the length of a year is going to give you anywhere from 2 to 4 deals. If you execute execute this, right? Like the best student wins. In order to win, you got to show up, but you never win unless you actually execute, right? So, and the truth is, 48 hours from now, if you don't do anything with this, you'll never do anything. So, my suggestion is go ahead and grab it below because the time is ticking for you to actually execute on what you're learning right now. So, this is not for you. We'll refund you every single dollar you ever paid, and you'll keep the event pass even if you refund, right? Super clear. So why would we do that? Because we don't want a two payment relationship. We want years, right? We don't want to just do two payments and be like, all right, peace. That was good. Cool. No, we want to be a part of your success for the coming every, year over year over year as we stack the successes. So the only way we earn that is by helping you get deals coming in. So give us the next 60 days to prove it. There's no version of this where you lose, right? So understanding your next 5 moves, you don't lose in your next 5 moves in this. You've got the license. Now we go and get you the training it never gave you. The only thing you can lose is the 72-hour window. So if you're in saying, I'm in, raising my hand, saying, yes, choose me, I'm in, that's $197 a month plus the coaching and full year of events, cancel anytime, 60-day money back guaranteed, test drive it. This is the 72-hour window, the multiple offers AI, the thing that allowed me to do 5 listings in a day and actually do 11 listings. I did $556,000 in 30 days. So either you love it or you keep it, up to you, right? So disclosures, 60-day money back guarantee, all of that stuff. But really, this is for you. And I have a story I'm going to end with as you go ahead and get checked out. So the stories, it was very simple. Every time I look at my life and I look at what I did and what allowed me to take a quantum leap, it came from meeting someone at an event. It came from being in the right circle, being in the right room, asking the right questions. But it all started with being in the right room, going to an event. So I was speaking at a Grant Cardone conference, and it was a competition, and I was trying to win it all. I didn't win, and I was pretty bummed. And I said I was staying at the Turnberry Marriott in Miami, and I said if I won, I'm going to eat at the Bourbon Steakhouse. I didn't win, but what I didn't do is I didn't keep that poverty mindset. I still went and ate. I sat at the bar next to a great Canadian couple. We talked about finances because they were in the financial industry. And I ended up walking out. On the way out, I saw this guy named Michael, and I said, "Hey, Michael." And we talked for like 5-10 minutes. And I said, "What do I got to do for you to coach me?" He's like, "Oh man, I don't coach people. It's just too much work." And we kept talking. I said, "What do I got to do for you, coach me?" He said, "This one guy asked me like 8 times." I said, "I'll ask you 12." And so, long of it short, he said, meet me at the gym at 6. I met him at the gym at 6, realized all these gaps that I was missing in my business, right? You don't realize your blind spot until you actually look or have someone look for you. And that's the truth, right? Like most people don't get in an accident because they were trying to. It's because they didn't see or weren't aware of something else that could have been saw by somebody else, right? And so that's what a coach does, right? Somebody sees something where they've been. Like I always say, like look for somebody with fruit on the tree and learn from them and let their ceiling be your floor. And so I've always kept that concept. So anyways, 2 weeks later, I flew out to Puerto Rico, Dorado, met and spent 2 weeks with one of the best marketers in the world. My life has been extremely different ever since. And it was all because I was willing to take a risk, ask the question, but it all started with being in the right room at an event. And so my encouragement to you is the event pass is priceless, in my opinion, because you're going to be in the right room with the right people, the right agents, doing the forward thinking thing, the AI, the YouTube, the strategy. The industry is changing so quickly. And if you don't change, I really do think you're going to be, I mean, it doesn't even matter. I'm not trying to install fear. My goal is to help you. And so grab the link below, get in the room, be the best student, execute what we teach you, and your life will be forever different. And you got 60 days to drive the car. So what do you got to lose? You got literally nothing to lose. So if you don't do this, it's because 1, you don't believe me. 2, there's fear. I'll give you my cell phone. You can give me a quick call, 970-710-1230. If you think you should have called me, you should have already called me, and I'll see you in the room. The best student wins. Let's go. Let's go.